Because we all know that great tech companies need the right conditions to succeed. They need the freedom to move fast. That is why we've taken action to simplify regulation and challenge unnecessary barriers to innovation. They need access to the best talent in the world. That is why we created the Global Talent Task Force and continue to strengthen the routes that bring more exceptional innovators to Britain. Now, before I start on social media, they need capital. And that's why we're unlocking more investment from pension funds and insurers, strengthening our capital markets and backing companies to scale in the United Kingdom.
Hello, pension. Bye-bye, pension. Hello, tech unicorns. Hello, investment money. Hello, external investors. Stakeholder governance. Blows your money on unicorn companies that may go bust. Bye-bye, pension.
And of course, they need customers. And that's why I'm so pleased that we struck trade deals all over the world.
Striking a fuck ton of fucking deals everywhere, but not very many over here, and inviting investment into our companies. We've been piddling around with foreign companies. We're now trying to follow their exploits and just mirror it, and hopefully the foreigners will invest in ours. Not exactly a real business plan, is it?
Supporting risk takers, making its own bets, providing the conditions for businesses to thrive, but also making sure we are sovereign, giving working people security and opportunity through change.
Because like that Rishi Sunak little letter for your council tax grant stroke rebate, they didn't know which one it was, it came under the heading of the letter, customer transformation. And as I asked, what are they transforming us into?
Really, if anyone's forcing you into a commercial position, it's statutory rape.
That is our path. Britain leading this new revolution in technology with our firms at the front and our people at its core.
And who are your people?
They're actually funneling these 16-year-olds, they're wanting to onto the platforms that are run by pedophiles.
The British people need to see the benefits of this in their communities, for any of it to carry consent.
And it's designed to coerce your free will in that system to consent.
Then we must also be serious about protecting our children from those who look to abuse it.
You remember those old public information videos, don't you? You know, about getting somebody's ID at the front door just to make sure who they are, so they're not swindling your parents or your grandparents out of the pension or the savings. You remember that? Government instigated. They told you what to look out for.
From the online predators who target our children and from the sexual abuse that they enable.
Now, funnily enough, you capture enough people with these images and who create these images and who share them all around, and they always seem to be protected and not go to prison and not serve any real time in prison for the abuse they're actually creating and causing, which is criminal. And you're doing fuck all about it because you're a fucking liar.
That is why today I'm calling on tech companies operating in this country to introduce device controls that prevent children from sending and receiving sexually explicit images. Because this is not an impossible challenge.
Come watch my back! Here, watch my back!
These are some of the most innovative companies in the world, and I believe they can solve it.
It's a psyop.
But policy making that doesn't listen very carefully to the voices of those it seeks to serve, that is not how this government carries out its business.
Instead I give my money to Walmart for its tax evasion, Primark for its child labour.
Every parent wants the best for their kids.
Texaco for the next invasion. Don't give a fuck about you.
And that's what being a parent means. And for me, for my 2 kids, all I've ever wanted, hand on heart, is for them to be safe and for them to be happy.
Give my money to the millionaires. Give my money to the millionaires. Give all my money to the millionaires.
And the rest is up to them.
And I don't give a fuck about you.
But you know, I think back to when I was growing up, and I have to say, I think we had it easier. These days, kids have to find their feet in a world that changes so quickly, where technology intrudes into every area of their lives. And we know that harms them. The response from parents in the consultation has been absolutely clear. Thousands of parents say their children are addicted to social media. It can leave them trapped in a cycle of endless scrolling that displaces play, sleep, and time with the family. It can harm their mental health. And frankly, parents need our support on this. That is why today, the government has decided to ban social media access for children under 16. It's a big step for our country. Now, it's not an easy thing to do, I'll be honest about that. We haven't rushed into it, we've looked carefully at the evidence, and we'll have to adapt our approach as technology changes, learn from other countries which are taking similar steps. And it's fair to say that this decision has been resisted, and it will face resistance from some of the most powerful companies in the world. But we will take them on, and we will win. Because the need for action could not be any clearer. Social media is making our children unhappy and unsafe. And as a parent, as much as a Prime Minister, I just can't let that go on anymore. Because our children deserve better. They deserve a happy, safe childhood in a stronger, fairer Britain. And so I want this message to be heard loud and clear. I am not prepared to compromise on the safety and happiness of our children. And that is why this ban must happen, and that is why this ban will happen.
Out he comes with the ban hammer.
Keir Starmer announced what seems to be a fairly hasty proposal to implement nudity scanning as a mandatory feature on all devices that would be sold or used in the UK, and that you could only opt out of this nudity scanning if you provided some sort of verification that you were above a certain age threshold. There are very few technical details on that system, but our position and our position on the client-side scanning debate that circled the online safety bill as well, now ACT, is that this constitutes very dangerous mass surveillance, that having a scanning system on your device that is going to, purportedly detect nudity can easily be weaponized by governments and for political speech, for other content.
Look at all these fake drug cuts! Look at all these fake drug cuts! Look at all these